Hey YouTube, this is my fragrance reviewer tag video. I was tagged by Sean Winterton, who just recently put his up, and I guess he wanted the only other guy that he knew of that was obsessed with fragrances in Utah to go ahead and do a review as well, or not a review, but a fragrance tag response video. And so, Lupe, hey, thanks for coming up with this idea and getting people talking a little bit more about what they like, what they don't like, things like that. Some interesting questions here. Definitely put some thought to this. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started one by one. Question number one: what are your earliest fragrance memories? Hard to say. One thing that I do remember was putting on my dad's English leather when I was in elementary school. So that's definitely one of my earlier fragrance memories. What was your first fragrance purchase? Not sure. Once again, it may have been Hugo by Hugo Boss. That was one of the ones that I wore in kind of high school, late teens. I also had Drakkar Noir, and I had a Nautica scent. Can't remember which one. And, I mean, I don't know. It may have been Hugo Boss Hugo, but I couldn't say for sure. Question number three: what was your first niche purchase? Tried to pin this down a little bit. Talked to my wife about it, and we think it might have been Millesime Imperial Creed. Great fragrance, by the way. So I can't say for sure, but I'm thinking it might have been Millesime Imperial. Number four: what was your first blind buy? That was actually another one that was kind of hard to pin down. I'm guessing it was either Chergui, Ambre Sultan, Prada Amber Pour Homme, or M7. And once again, I just don't know. I don't remember exactly what my first blind buy was. Number five: what was your best blind buy? I'd have to say Chergui. Chergui is good stuff. Honestly, the ones that I just named, I sold Ambre Sultan. Wasn't a big fan, actually, in the end. And I tried to sell Prada Amber Pour Homme. Once again, not a big fan. And I did sell M7 as well. And which leads me into the next question: what was your worst blind buy? Absolutely M7. Not a fan. It's not one that I really enjoy. I'm not going to say I never ever found any enjoyment at all wearing it, but I don't know. It was one that was just pretty challenging for me to wear, and yeah, M7. So, what are your favorite fragrance notes? I'm a sucker for gourmands. I really like sweet stuff, sweet and spicy. I love sweet and spicy, and so I'd say, vanilla, a well done vanilla. And if you want to smell a well done vanilla, I would say either check out Xerjoff fragrances with vanilla in them, or check out Guerlain. Guerlain fragrances, Guerlain vanilla is awesome. It's awesome. And so vanilla, cinnamon, just sweet notes in general, except amber. I think some would throw amber in that sweet category, and amber can actually be pretty resinous and not very sweet at all, like in New York amber. But like I say, I would probably exclude amber from that list of notes as we talk about me really enjoying sweet notes. Number eight: what's your favorite fragrance house? I'd say for right now, probably Guerlain. Really impressed with some of the stuff that I've smelled from Guerlain over the past little while. On a recent trip to Vegas, my wife and I picked up Elixir Charnel Gourmand Coquine, and I recently did a review on that. We picked up some Tonka Imperial, really nice stuff. We smelled this one. It's a Mystique d'Orient, whatever. It's an incense fragrance, and it's a really good incense fragrance. And so I mean, some of the stuff that we smelled on that most recent trip was impressive. Really good stuff. So I'd say, as of right now, probably Guerlain as my favorite fragrance house. What fragrance best describes you? I had my wife help me out with this one. It's kind of hard to to pick a fragrance that you feel describes you well, and I'd rather just put that on her and have her help me out and let me know what fragrance she thinks describes me. And she said John Varvatos Vintage. And the reasons that she gave were because it's manly, It's spicy, and it's sweet. I'll take it. Awesome. Moving on, question number 10. What is your favorite fragrance? That's a really hard question. That's a very hard question. However, if I had to pick right now, I would probably have to say it's either Jubilation 25 or Elixir Charnel Gourmand Coquine by Guerlain. And number 11, what is your fragrance profile? My fragrance profile is sweet and spicy. You know, stuff that's sweet, stuff that's spicy, stuff that's not generic, run-of-the-mill, everyday type of stuff, but sweet and spicy, I would say is, sums up my fragrance profile pretty well. And what are your fragrance resolutions going forward? I'd have to say, a big resolution moving forward is going to be more careful with my purchases. I think that purchases can be made a little better, a little more safely when things have been thoroughly tested. Because just testing something once, just testing something on your arm, just testing a little from a little sample, I don't know. I mean, these things can be kind of dangerous, especially when you're talking, at times about something that's going to cost you $200-300. And so, I think adequate testing, making sure that you really enjoy wearing something, and I'm not going to say I'm always going to wear it multiple times before I finally pull the trigger on a bottle, but yeah, that's definitely the safer route to go. Is testing enough to know that yes, I really enjoy this. It's great stuff. Before buying it. So yeah, that's probably my big resolution moving forward. Just being a little bit more careful with my purchases. But yeah, there you go. That's my tag video. I think I covered all the questions because I've got them right here, pulled up underneath Lupe's video. And I'm gonna go ahead and now tag somebody and pass the baton, if you will. And I'm going to tag Roger from Roger Real Deep Cool. So Roger, find Lupe's video, and you'll see the 12 questions there. Or you can kind of go back through and listen to the ones that I did because I read them off one at a time. But love to hear your responses to these, and thanks to everyone for tuning in. Have a great weekend.